Happy Mother's Day! And get ready, cause the Big D's about to bring in a review of Big Momma's house right now. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Doyle, better known to y'all as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 2000 American comedy known as Big Momma's House. Yeah, now though next month would actually mark the 20th anniversary of this film, but I decided to do this review early. Now, even though it's about kind of a grandma type character, but hey. But since it's got Mama in it, I thought, what the hey, do it for Mother's Day, just for fun. Okay, but enough about that. The film, which was originally produced by 20th Century Fox along with Regency Enterprises, directed by Raja Gosnell, who had recently directed Home Alone 3, bit before this, and of course after this he'd go on to direct Scooby-Doo and its sequel, as well as the 2 theatrical Smurfs movies. Anyway, the film stars Martin Lawrence as an FBI agent who is tasked with covert operations of disguising himself as an overweight elderly woman in order to obtain information relating to a previous crime. Now, it's been some time since I last watched this movie. I have it on video, but since it's locked up in storage, I hope to encounter this somewhere on the tube. I know it's been airing on, well, some channels, but I'm going to try and find it if it ever comes on, okay? So, bear with me, okay? Let me see now. So, I hope you're ready, because the film also includes Nia Long, Joshua Washington, Paul Giamatti, Terrence Howard, Anthony Anderson, Ella Mitchell, and a host of others. Now, of course, we start out in Korea, where undercover FBI agent John Maxwell, which of course is Malcolm's partner, is investigating an illegal underground dogfighting arena, and he's been identified and later ordered by a mob boss to be killed. But apparently, he eventually is rescued by a guy dressed up as an old Korean dude who happens to be his partner, Malcolm Turner. Yeah. Who absolutely does an even more funnier job in this movie. Martin Lawrence, who plays Malcolm. I mean, after he did Blue Streak the previous year, which I have yet to review that. I'll do that down the road sometime. I gotta say, it's absolutely funny. Now, meanwhile, we encounter our, this is tough to explain. This girl, Sherry Pierce, she sees, a revealing of her ex-boyfriend, Lester Vesco, who is a criminal, who was originally serving a life sentence in prison for murder and armed robbery. He escapes from his cell by killing a doctor and stealing his car. Soon she decides to go on a little vacation and asks her young son Trent to come along, and it's like, I don't know, never been on a vacation. She just asks, how fast can you get packed? And so, off they go. So, at FBI headquarters, the boss of the group shows Malcolm, John, and what have you the facts on Lester and about Sherry and what have you. Well, he assigns some couple of his men to set up surveillance around Sherry's place and what have you, just in case. But he had something special for Malcolm and John, that Sherry had a long lost grandmother in Cartersville, Georgia. Hattie Mae Pierce was her name, better known as Big Momma. So he sends them to Cartersville to stake out the house of Big Momma, which her friend, which was what Hattie Mae's friends affectionately call her, and so is Sherry. So anyway, now before I go on, Sherry, of course, was a bank employee who supposedly aided Lester in his robbery by giving him the key to the vault. So they go for it and they check everything out. But they need to try and find a way to get her out of the house, and so they can set up surveillance around the place. And so Big Mama and some other old ladies come up to welcome John to the neighborhood. Yeah, and so, well, Malcolm's having a little trouble and everything. But anyway, and so he's when he's trying to, try to, how should I put it this way? Oh yeah, keep Big Mama distracted. That's what I mean. Okay, by trying to tell them things. It's like, did somebody hook you up to a jumper cable or something? Well, it says, excuse me, here, Captain Cornbread, I got to go. Yeah, because I got stomach issues and what have is, stomach's not feeling so well. So, but and boy, I like the innuendo in this. When it's like, you can't go in there and it's like, you're telling me I can't go in my own house? And no, not without giving me a big sign. Well, tries to raise it, and Big One whaps him right there in the crotch. It's like, have you want a second helping? Let me know, because I got 2 leaves. Yeah. Or something like that. Oh, it's just crazy. And then Malcolm manages to get out, even with seeing him again dressed for the shower and what have you, after going to the can. So, I've seen a lot of scary shit in my day, but damn, that was a lot of ass. And John's got an ice pack right up to the crotch, and he's like, I think I need a splint or something. I'll be alright. Oh. So meanwhile, Lester is trying to find some info on where he may find Sherry. So he soon learns of a doctor. So later that night, Malcolm and John are just having a little fun, and they soon see Big Mama's answering a call as she's about to leave town for a couple weeks to help an ill friend. So they plan to sneak in. If was their opportunity to plant some more security cameras and tap the phones. But suddenly, Sherry calls, and Malcolm has a wild idea, disguises his voice in order to lure Sherry to the house, possibly obtain a confession. After he hangs up, and John's like, what the hell did you just do? And Malcolm's like, cabas and play. Like, if Big Mama's not here, then we got no case. And it's like, don't worry, Big Mama will be here. And so they get to working as they fix, Malcolm up with a Big Mama disguise. The next day, Sherry arrives at Big Mama's house with Trent. But Malcolm's behavior and sudden inexperience with cooking confuses Sherry and Trent and what have you. Oh boy. Yeah. I mean, I mean, it's just, there's so much to talk about in this movie. Sorry for straying my hair like I always do. My apologies, folks. Let me see. Now, where was I? Oh, yes. But even so, I really think this is an absolute fun experience. But I mean, when Malcolm tried this Big Momma, using all like cooking oil, what have you? Oh man, that's something you probably didn't see every day. But anyway, later on, Malcolm also has to deal with Big Mama's lecherous boyfriend Ben Raleigh, who I think he's a total nut. But that's not enough. Act as a midwife for this woman named Rita, who is played by Tachina Arnold, who, of course, a few years later would go on to play young Chris Rock's mother on TV's Everybody Hates Chris. Gone to labor. I mean, oh boy. That part's even more funny here. So apparently, and well, everybody's getting involved, especially Ria's older brother, dimwit security guard Nolan, who is played by Anthony Anderson. He's absolutely crazy too, and it gets all doesn't get all sorts of everything. And get L'Oreal Verbo Crisco and well, he was like, "What the hell you need Crisco for?" Yeah, and John's watching from the camera's like, he used Crisco for everything. Oh boy. So as they go on, what have you, well, Big Mama decides to attend self-defense classes with Nolan, whom easily defeats. Whew. Apparently, Malcolm almost damages the suit while sleeping. He tries to sneak back to the safe house where he and John are staying. But soon after that, Sherry catches Malcolm on the porch and he poses as Big Mama's handyman. So later they repair the suit and, well, Malcolm leaves with Sherry later on and John searches Trent and Sherry's belongings for clues, but to no avail. But, well, Malcolm, sorry, I'm getting a little. Malcolm bonds with Trent when he defends him against the two older boys who bullied him and kicked him off a basketball court so they could play. So, so you think Granny so you think Granny she got game? Oh yes, I got game. Yeah. Oh boy. And eventually they both beat the boys at basketball. As we're hearing Bounce With Me, which was the breakout hit for Lil Bow Wow, but when he was younger, before he dropped the Lil, and of course he would later go on, and that rapper would go on to appear in the movie Like Mike. Apparently, they're unaware that Nolan's not too far away watching them from afar. And even after that, Malcolm as himself also begins to bond with Sherry and Trent when he accompanies them on a fishing trip. Yeah. Boy, you guys, yeah, trying to catch some fish and what have you, and Malcolm shows Trent how to catch fireflies and all that stuff. Really cool. After he brings them back home, Nolan is back and he sees Malcolm heading back to the safe house. John's getting complained by the getting got a call from their boss, and boy, he's like, "What the hell are you doing?" And Malcolm's like, "Don't start." It's like, look, I love the little Jerry Maguire moment with the kid. Yeah, and then as Malcolm's going back to get into disguise, Nolan breaks in. It's like, freeze! What? Damn, you freeze! Says John. It's like, oh damn, you couldn't bring my mom into little pieces. And boy, Malcolm tackles him down right at the fake leg. And he's like, nobody's not nothing to Big Momma. John reveals the FBI card to him. It's like, looks like we're gonna have to arrest him. I was like, whoa, you don't have to do that. You know, I'm a man of law enforcement myself, baby. I can help it. I was like, good. Look, now I've gone undercover as Big Momma, as you can see. Oh yeah. I can't really say what now. Yes, yeah. Son, what? Like, now listen, Nolan. This is top secret. We're after a hardened criminal here. What I need you to do is take out the bank, okay? Can you handle that? Oh yeah, no problem. All right. Now what I'm saying is, shut your mouth for once, and I mean hush. Yeah. You with me? It's the. Not the cave's mouth says, it's like, you with me? Mm-hmm. Okay, if you can do that, we might confer a place for you on the force. You be in it. In the bureau? Yeah. Yeah, you'll get the F, but you won't get the BI until, yeah, I'm all over it. Boy. Oh. So, apparently, he's trying to get back. He's back in disguise and tries to keep himself under control. He can't resist seeing Sherry in her bloomers and what have you. And apparently, he eventually goes to sleep without the mask on when Sherry kind of has a bit of a nightmare that Lester's arrived, but it was just a nightmare. And soon gets into bed with, well, who she thinks is Big Mom, but of course it's Malcolm, of course, without his mask on. Yeah. It's absolutely hysterical. And so apparently, now Malcolm accompanies Sherry and Trent to church later on, where the Reverend calls on Malcolm to give his testimony. Well, apparently, Malcolm attempts to influence Sherry and Trent by giving them his testimony about the importance of not keeping secrets and what have you. But once it says one would be a happy day, like, well, the organist starts breaking the song, and boy, that's the final oh happy day. Oh, forgive me. I can't help myself. That is the most hysterical thing you can ever imagine. Almost. So, after that, they all return to Big Momma's house, but they discovered what? It was that a surprise party was being fixed up and not an actual robbery. Oh. So apparently, going back and forth and what have you, suddenly, the real Big Momma returns. John tries to start a little bit and what have you, and soon each tries to and reveals to Nolan what's going on. To try and keep her away from Malcolm until they can figure a way to sneak her out. Yeah. Well, apparently, Malcolm accidentally finds the stolen money hidden in Trent's footlocker. So Sherry tells Malcolm the real story, that Lester had wooed Sherry so he could steal her keys to gain access to the bank vault, but did not tell anyone about her stolen keys out of fear of getting fired. So meanwhile, John quietly tells Nolan that the real Big Momma is back, at which point Noah accidentally locks Malcolm out of the house, believing he's the real Big Momma. But not only that, Lester arrives, tracking Sherry down, and Malcolm breaks through the window. And apparently, the real Big Momma sees this. Sherry's confused too, and one of the girls is like, "Are y'all double mint twins?" John tries to tell him to freeze, but Lester shoots him right at the arm and what have you, and close to the show end. But soon Malcolm gets into the fight. But with one hard switch, Lester accidentally rips off part of the mask. Yeah. Yeah, it causes confusion among the partygoers as they see two Big Mommas at once. Okay, yeah, it shoots John in his right shoulder, and nonetheless, Malcolm subdues Lester by knocking him out. Oh, John's okay and what have you. Trent couldn't believe this. He's heartbroken and leaves, and Sherry's upset and heartbroken too. Lester gets up again, and it's like, watch out! Malcolm gives him a hard kick through the window. Yeah, Nolan's trying to keep Big Momma down and what have you. And she gets us. Well, somebody better tell me something, cause this sure is some freaky shit. So they managed to get Lester caught, and well, Malcolm just wants to know Trent's okay, and he is. But Sherry just won't talk to him anymore. They realized that Malcolm was an FBI agent the whole time. And the paramedics take John to the hospital to heal him. So a few days later, on another Sunday morning, Malcolm's preparing to enter the church again on his own to testify in front of Sherry, Trent, and Big Momma. He delivers his confession and heartfelt speech to Sherry and Trent. Later admits that he genuinely loves them. Yeah, Big Momma forgives Malcolm. Yeah, gives him one big tie hung and everyone cheers. And she looks back, Sherry, why are you still sitting around for? Now come on up here and get your man. And they kiss each other, Malcolm and Sherry. And they celebrate as Big Momma, and the choir sings, "Oh, happy day." Yeah. And soon Trent joins up, and that's how the story goes. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to go into no and what have you, so I humbly apologize. I got too far ahead of myself. If you haven't seen this movie, well, sorry I gave it completely spoilers without giving my warning. My bad. I just wanted to go through this without giving my warning and what have you. But anyway, that's how the story goes. But I'll tell you what, I'm just going to go ahead and just leave this as is, okay? Now, what did I think of Big Momma's House? I want to say I love this movie. It's one of my many favorite movies of 2000. Martin Lawrence definitely, once again, delivered a great performance. I thought he was much more hysterical in this than he was in Blue Streak. And Nia Long was great. And I just love it. Paul Giamatti was great. It was just so funny and what have you. Though the film may have gotten dissed by critics and what have you, but it was still a box office hit nonetheless. It was followed by two sequels. One, I have seen Big Momma's House 2, which I do have on DVD, but I haven't seen the third one, which I've heard isn't quite as good. Big Momma's Like Father, Like Son. So, I will say that this movie is just absolutely funny. Would I recommend this movie? Hell yeah. Sorry to all the moms who watch this. Pardon the light language, and forgive me for all the language. But anyway, this is one flick you gotta see. The story's not too bad either. I gotta give credit for that. Raja Gosnell's directing was good too in ways. But anyway, this film I feel has more ups than downs. So again, this is a flick I would recommend you check out. And sorry that I did not give my 5 second spoiler warning. But this is film's been out for almost 20 years, so I'm sure y'all have seen Big Momma's House. And if you haven't, well, I can't say I didn't try to give my spoiler warning again. My bad. But anyway, what did you think of Big Momma's House? Please feel free to tell me in the comments below. Like and subscribe to my channel as well and be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me again next time when I bring to you my other special Mother's Day review, only it'll be about another dude goes in disguise, as a nanny of course. Get ready because I am going to be bringing you a review of Mrs. Doubtfire next time. Thanks again for watching. Now, if you liked what you saw, you can check out some of these my 3 Mischievous May reviews. In the upper left hand corner is my review of Dance the Miz. The upper right hand corner is my review of The New Adventures of Pippi Longstocking. And the bottom left hand corner is my review of the original Adventures in Babysitting. And the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe to my channel. I'm now up to 206 subscribers. This is excellent work. Keep it up, everyone. Tell all your friends about my channel. If you want to see more rankings and reviews on movies, TV, video games, music, etc., then I'm your guy. Thank you again for watching, and maybe someday I'll review the sequels down the road. I don't know when, but maybe I will. So until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.